Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today is going to be the last episode here at the racetrack. I'm starting to have enough of it now. We've spent too long on this and I want to move on to some other things. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's just taken longer than I thought it would. It's feeling really cool though. That was a really slow lap, so I didn't crash while talking. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the whole thing is really turning out. What we've got left to do is what I'm calling the commentary box, but I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff that goes on in this building. A little bit of a podium, and then dress it up, and anything else that needs to be done afterwards, like any, greenery and stuff. If I can't fit it in today, I'll just do off camera. Same as the car parks and stuff like that. It's things that you guys don't want to watch me build a car park, do you really? Well, maybe some of you do. Who knows? Let's start off with, this main building. It should be relatively simple to build. There shouldn't be too much going on here. I want some sort of fancy shape going on because at the end of the day, it's meant to be a sort of modern F1 stylish building. So I do want something cool to happen. And I think what I want is wand. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this edge as like a side, but I don't want it to be straight up. I want it to actually go out diagonally. Copy. And I've got a little bit of a cold still, which is why my voice might sound a little bit strange. But I think what we're going to do is every 2 blocks, we're going to come out. So we go up 2. There we go, we're away. Now I know what I'm doing. So we come up 2 blocks, we come out 1 block. We go out up 2 blocks, we come out 1 block, etc, etc, till we get to the height that we want. Now doing this will hopefully give us a little bit of an interesting shape and not just a box, because we don't have many options as far as the shape of the building itself is concerned. We need to be a little bit creative in other ways to try and get something interesting out of it. You would normally have some sort of, I don't know, a T shape or an L-shaped building or a cross-shaped building, and that makes it a lot easier to do, interesting things with it. But when you've only got just like a rectangle or a square, it's very hard to do anything interesting with it. So having just one of the walls bow out like that is really gonna help, I'm hoping, at least. So then what I want to do on this side is I want this to go up just straight for a little bit. So we're gonna go paste, paste, paste. That's 4. That'll be 5 blocks off the ground. Let's go 1 more. Oops, I threw it. Let's go 1 more. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Alright, I think that's a pretty good height. And then I want this to then wrap around the front. Now, it's not going to wrap around the side because the trees are too close. And I don't want to move the trees. I like the trees there. So we'll just make the front here come 1 block wider and join up with the blocks wherever they join up. If we keep it all the same clay, it shouldn't really make a difference what is poking out and what isn't. As long as we've got enough poking out to give some depth, we should be getting away with it okay. So at the bottom here, I want to have mostly wall, because, I mean, what's the point of having windows this far down the building? There's nothing that you could see, especially on this side. You're looking straight into the pits. Well, I suppose that might be interesting if you like to see, like, at the beginning of the race, but apart from that, it's going to be pretty dull. And looking at, I've done a little bit, I'm not too good at doing research. I don't enjoy doing research that much into what buildings sort of look like. I prefer to just sort of use my own creativity and, use my own thoughts to create a building. But what I did notice is that they have windows like this at the bottom of a lot of these sort of commentary style boxes. They usually have a window on the top half. I'm going to do it, what is that, 4x2, a 4x2 window, and we'll do the same on this side so we keep it somewhat symmetrical. 4x2, I'll do 4 blocks between, 3, 4, and then another 4x2 window, 4x2, and we'll have 4 in the middle. Okay, so that's worked out perfectly. We've got 4 blocks of 4 blocks, 4 gap, 4 blocks, 4 gap, 4 blocks, 4 gap, 4 blocks, 4 gap, 4 blocks. You guys get the gist. You get the idea. We'll do the same on the other side as well. It's all being one color at the moment. We'll probably change that up a little bit and put in another color or some sort of accent of quartz to set things off a little bit. But for the moment, that's pretty good. Now, seeing as though... No, I'm going to keep this one as a lip. I'm going to keep this as a lip that sticks out. But what we're going to have to do is sort of thicken this up a little bit, I think, by adding a block. And then have this one. I think I'm going to do another lip that goes along the top. This is going to be the top of the building. It's not too high. It's not like aggressively tall compared to everything else in the area. I think it's just going to be tall enough. The commentators don't exactly look out their window most of the time in order to see what's going on. They usually watch the TV cameras. They have hundreds of monitors down there. It's not like they look at the window and they watch the cars go around the track. I suppose they can in some parts, but definitely not all the time. Alright, so up the top here, I want to have two different styles of windows going on. I want a black block, and I want this black block running along the bottom. Yeah, we should have enough. We should have exactly enough room for what I want to do. So we have a black block here and a black block going along here. Then at the top we have a black block there and a black block along here. I think that would work out actually perfectly. Now I don't know how well this is really going to work, but what I want to have is two different colours of stained glass. Ooh, now I've got you intrigued, haven't I? I want light blue stained clay, and I want white stained clay, and I want the light blue to go down the middle. Did I say clay? It's not clay, it's glass. If you've been subscribed to me for any amount of time, you'll know that I always say stained clay instead of stained glass. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. It's just something that I've always said. I've always got into a muddle with. I don't know, I think stained clay rolls off the tongue better than stained glass. I think that's what it must be. Or maybe I use stained clay. Getting confused now. I must use stained clay more often, maybe. And because I suppose with the stained glass, I only ever use white most of the time. But yeah, maybe that's the reason why. So I want something like this. Now this gives us like this sort of multi-leveled look. I think that looks really, really cool with some white quartz accenting, like some white slabs for accenting. I think that would be really cool. I'm thinking about making this wider to make that look set back. I think that looks better. And then doing the same on this side. I think that looks a lot better. I might even change the top half to be a different color to the bottom half. Like maybe making the bottom half clay. Like not as in stained clay, but as in like a normal clay. Let's give it a go. So we want it on this level here. Yeah, like this clay right here. So that's 159.9. Replace 159.9 with clay. Now I can't really tell from the back because we haven't really done enough on the back. Okay, I think that improves the look of it a lot. And then we'll go from here to here, and I think that's 160, isn't it? Yeah, 160. Replace air with 160. Put white stained glass in there, maybe to be accented with white blocks, maybe some black blocks as well, but I think white mostly. And then I think we'll just do the same on the back side. We'll just do exactly the same style window on the back, and then that left hand side, I don't know, maybe I'll put some windows in there, but I will cut away now. I'll just put the same window over here just to get the episode moving on a little bit faster. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so that was actually easier than I thought. I just flipped it, so it made it very, very quick and easy to do. But I made another change as well, so it's all the same on the backside. I know there's no door into it yet. That's like the last stage thing. I did also drop this clay wall back by a single block, so then we get a little bit of an extension on this side. I think it looks a lot better. I think it looks a lot more modern. And now what I'm doing is I'm extending this side of the wall, or this side of the, I don't know what you'd call it, like the ramped section. up to about here, because I want the ceiling, the roof, to be slanted. Again, it's a very modern sort of technique, isn't it, to have a slanted roof on buildings. I don't know if I want to go with wood, like I've got on the pits, which I'm not 100% happy with anymore. I might change the wood to a grey block to look like a metal roof. I think it makes a little bit more sense. I didn't get any complaints that I saw, at least, about it being wood, and I liked it at first. But I think it would just make a little bit more sense being some sort of stone. This one would work. That one would be too clean because the building's already made out of that with the walls as well. But I think if we change it to that, it would look a little bit better. It would be a lot of grey, which is why I think I made it brown in the first place. But I think I'll take a look. I think I'll take a look at it. So here, I want it to slab. I'm going to do it this one. We're going to go up with this one. And we want this side to be one block further out. And then I want it just to slowly, very slowly drop down. Like as slow as possible to line up as well as I can. I'm going to try 5. So every 5 slabs, I come down one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to do it like that, otherwise it deletes the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 like that at the end. You know, that's 1 block out. I don't think if I changed it to 4 blocks, we would finish about here. So I think that's actually as close as I could possibly get. And then I'll just add 1 more block to the top of this. I think that's going to make sense. Or I could even thicken up the roof and have it like that. That would work as well. I think that would probably look even maybe a little bit better as well, because the roof is so big. Maybe doubling it up won't make it look too odd. Like that. I think that looks really cool. I think that looks really modern, really racy. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. So, I'm going to put that roof on all the way across, and I'll change this roof to silver, see what you guys think, and I shall be back. Alright, I think we were right in changing the roof from brown or wood to grey or stone. I think it looks a lot better. I think it looks a lot neater. It ties in to the rest of the racetrack a lot better, and doesn't quite just stand out as much. That brown is like the only brown part of the entire map, or of the entire area. And I think having that grey has just neutralized everything, made everything just that little bit more subtle. So, this is the roof in the end. I think it turned out really, really nicely. And because we doubled up the slabs, it meant that I could get the clay in anywhere here, look. Because obviously we can just recess in by 1/2 a slab, and it doesn't wreck the top side. Unlike what happens here, where you have to then put a little bit of a ramp up either side in order to sort of compensate for that. So yeah, I'm very, very chuffed with that. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, that's right, yeah. Yeah. All we need to do now is stick the door in to get into this place. I think we're going to have 2 doors, and I think I want 1 door right here, and 1 door, like little mini creeper faces, and 1 door right here. We'll have some glass above it. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy for these doors here. And I think we might as well use this path, this block as the path leading into it. I always like to go into the door. I don't do the interiors, at least not yet, but I do like to just run these ground block into the doorway at the very least. So I think that looks really, really cool. I don't want to do this kind of wall design around this part. I think I want to do a hedge design around this part, so I'm going to grab some leaves in order to do that. And we're just going to run this down here, just 1 block high. I don't think we need to go higher than that. It's going to be very well pruned, you know, racing tracks, F1 tracks. a very, very expensive, high-end, you know, type of area. So you want sort of very pruned bushes, you know, 1 block high, not too overgrown. It just looks really nice. We'll then get a few little flowers to go in here, especially the taller ones, because they can sit up against the back wall like really nicely. We'll grab some smaller ones as well. I think we'll go with mostly white, like those 3. And I'll just go down with the rose bushes first. Just stick a few of those down. I don't think I want to go down that wall. I think I might bone meal down there or something. I don't know. Oh no, I've forgotten fern. I'll have fern instead of long grass, I think. I don't want the long grass. So we'll just have a few of these in. Oh, I keep going. I keep thinking it's longer than what it actually is. There's the peonies. And I'll just stick a couple of lilacs in there. My least favourite ones, lilacs. They're the ones I don't like the most. And then just a random collection of these white flowers. I did get those small ones as well, I thought. These ones. Azura Blazers, or whatever they're called. Azura Bullets. I am definitely not... Oh, I'm clicking the wrong one. I am definitely not a herbologist, that's for sure. I have no idea the names of flowers. Is it a herbologist? Or I know a florist, but isn't a herbologist also? That might be to do with herbs. That'd make a lot of sense. Slab, ignore me. I'm I'm getting confused. And then I'm going into a ramble. Alright, so just to accent the building a little bit, I want to have these slabs below these windows. We'll have to do the same on the back side. And is there anything that we can do onto these as well? Like if I put them in here, and then on the top half. So in that one and in this one, it makes the black a little bit thinner at the top, and I think that's going to look quite nice. It gives a little bit of colour onto the mass of the grey stained clay that we've got, or cyan stained clay, isn't it, this block? Yeah, oh yeah, weather, clear. Yeah, that looks 100%, I like that. Okay, and then we do the same on this side as well. Excuse the cuts that we're going to have, or that we've had in this episode. I'm just trying to get things done, and I'm trying not to waste your time by just like dragging an episode out of doing the same thing over and over again. And I want to get it all done today if possible, so the episode might be a lot longer, or at least a little longer than usual as well. I think this looks really nice though. I want a few trees now in the green areas and the green spots that we haven't got anything else in and we can't fit anything else in. Ooh. That must have been where I've copied something and it's removed it. Podium. Let's do a podium as well. These are usually quite simple things, aren't they? Quartz. Quartz? Quartz. I think I can get away with full blocks. I don't think I need to stagger it with slabs. I think we can do it big enough that it won't matter. So we can have... It's first, second, third, right? Yeah, third is on this side. Okay, so third is going to be 2 blocks high. First, I don't know how many blocks high. I'm just sort of adding a little bit of height. There we go. And then second can be maybe 3 blocks high, which is the height that we've got first place at the minute. And then first is 4 blocks high. Is that like different enough? Yeah, that is different enough. You can definitely see it. It's too close to the road though. Let's move this out a little bit. Cut. Paste. Just move it back a little bit there. We want to have gold. I don't think iron's going to show up that well, but I will put it in. Iron. And then for bronze, red sand actually looks quite bronzy. Man, that sort of sucks how that does that. What if I... cut, paste, not iron, and then if I put a block underneath here, and then it keeps the dot on the bronze spot in the middle at least. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. I want to dress up the front a little bit with some greenery. I want to have this coming out here makes some great camera shots then for the photographers after the race. We need a way to get up and down here. Carpets as well. I want carpets on top. I think we'll go with red. It's very expensive looking. Red. It's a very high podium. I don't think podiums are this high in real life. It would scare the Jesus out of me. But being nice and high, it means that no matter where the photographers stand, they're going to be able to get a really good shot. Stairs, I think we're going to go with... I think I'm going to stay away from the wood. I think I made my mistake with the wood. And I don't want to do that again. I'm going to do the initial... I need a way to get up onto all of these, and I don't quite know yet. That's a nice sort of width path. And then I can have that to get onto that one. It's really hard to just get looking neat. Like, I could go there, there, and there to get onto the top. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll do it done on the third place side because obviously it's the lowest. That would make the most sense. Like that. And then we can come up the back and you can get onto the third place, onto first place, and onto second place. I think that's a neat way to do it. And then have a little bit of quartz around here to... No, yeah, we'll go with full blocks. To put a little bit of a barrier on the back here. Ooh, goes it goes quite high. That one and that one. And fill all of that in. How does that look? I want a slab or something to go around the edge. Black might be a little bit too urgent, or it might do exactly what we need. I don't know. Yeah, no, the black works okay, doesn't it? It just gives it that little bit of a border. No, you know what? I'll go with that. I'm quite happy with that. So that's the photographer's area for the podium. And then everything else I want to do with some subtle trees on the inside. I don't want any trees on the outside. I just want to bone meal that. So I need to bone meal around the outside of the track. I want to do some trees on the inside of the track, but just subtly, not too many of them. And I'll be back. Ugh. After years of doing this technique of putting lime, clay or another block into grass to make it look like the lawn has been mown, I have never found a fast way to do it in mass quantities. Obviously, World Edit made it a lot easier because suddenly I could then do a strip at a time instead of digging it out and then replacing it and then doing that every line. So yes, World Edit made it a lot quicker, but it still limits me to one single line at a time, and I've just done the whole interior of the racetrack. It took forever, but I think it really just finishes it off. It makes it have that sort of expensive finished quality feel. I've got the bone meal around the outside of the track now. You can see it just going around. You can even see it just on the map. You get these little greens and little reddy sort of tinges on the map there. So I really like that. But it's mostly for the look of actually in-game, obviously. Obviously, you wouldn't ever take care of that area on the outside of the track. You know, if anything, the longer the grass is, the softer the landing for a car that crashes through it. But on the inside, it has to be very finely pruned because press is always going through there, the driver's always through there, VIPs are always there. So obviously it's important to have that absolutely perfect. And then I just put a few trees down just to sort of fill up areas that were a giant mass of just lawn. The only thing left on the inside of this track now is the bridge. Not the bridge, the tunnel. Well, I suppose it's a bridge as well, isn't it? If something goes under, then it has to go over as well. But yeah, need some sort of tunnel going through here. I don't have time to do that today. It's super simple anyway. We'd just end up making it all stone brick, probably. You know, the nice big brick ones. And then putting some strip lights down the middle. And that's pretty much all it would be. Maybe a couple of little detail bits, but I'm not going to do it today. I haven't got time to do it today. I want to finish off the episode here now. I'm super stunned on how it looks. I'm really, really happy. I'm going to do another lap around in the car. We're going to have F1. I like the red one. The red one's my favourite. Oops. F1. If you click the number key, or a number key while hovering over a block, it goes into that hotbar number, which is really useless. I like the red one the best though, so I'm going to put that down. I'm going to clear my inventory. I'm going to hide my HUD. And I'm going to go radio silent so I can concentrate and try and get a really fast lap. If I talk, not a chance. So, radio silence. He gets into his F1 car. He lines up. He's on first position on the grid. He stops nicely there. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. And an amazing start. Shut up. Shh. Hitting the apex. Hitting the apex. Yes, Trout, keeping the speed through. We're going really fast. Need to start braking here for the first chicane. Oh, nicely done. I've never got through there quite as well as that. Keeping it nice and tight, using the racing line, hitting the apex. Try not to cut the corner, though, because that's cheating. Okay. Nice. Past the commentary box that we just built. Look at all the stuff to look at now when you go around the track. And back onto the home straight. Put your foot down. Oh, across the line super quickly. Oh, that's a little bit of a cheat. That would have been a... What is it? What flag is it when you cut the corner? I don't know what flag it is. Maybe it just tells you over the radio that you need to do a... you need to go through the pit lane. A pit lane penalty. I think is what they call it, or something along those lines. A penalty by just driving through the pit lane. It slows you down, and it's meant to cut off the time that you won by cutting the corner too much. So we'll do that. We'll go through the pits, cut into the pits there. Oh yeah, how cool is that? And then back out, joins the track. Oh yeah! Alright, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. I'd love to see more than one person going around this track and having a little bit of a race with some people. That would be really fun. Maybe we can do that when the world becomes a server at some point, hopefully. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.